files from tutorial folders into my private folder. To make it viewable with the different with the diff tool. Okay, so let's get started from here. I have created a separate repository and the name is llvm toiling. So my plan is to copy all of my files from, let me check. From this folder, mlir toy. So basically I have cloned this llvm project folder, and in the folder we have mlir folder, and in the example toy folder we have chapter 1, 2 and to chapter 7 folders. But what I want to do is I want to do diff between chapter 1 and chapter 2 and chapter 2 and chapter 3. Right now it's hard to do so, so I'm going to copy all of these files from one folder to my private repository, and then commit each of these chapters so that I can see differences between these chapters. Okay, let's get started. The chapter 1 is copied. I'm gonna commit this file. Okay. Okay, good. Now I'm going to copy the second chapter. Okay, looks great. Let's move on to the third folder. Okay, looks great. Let's move on to the fourth chapter. And then 5. And then chapter 6. And then chapter 7. Okay. So now we have a full difference in the GitHub page. So let's check. Okay, looks great. Okay, from now on, let's try to analyze the source codes of each chapter. How we do that? Let's go to chapter 3. So basically what the chapter 3 is doing is its main function has two main options. One is the dumping abstract syntax tree, and another one is dumping mlir. So it looks like this chapter is adding dumping mlir and parsing mlir here. Dump mlir basically tries to dump. First it loads mlir. Dump mlir. Let's check again. Okay, I think I have to go to chapter 2 first. Chapter 2. And reopen. So in the chapter 2, dump MRIL basically starts to check. It first parses input file and then get abstract syntax tree and then call mlir gen.
파스드 인풋 mlir.
Can't dump a toy AST when the input is mlir.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's move on to chapter 3. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Okay. OP base was removed. OP add was added with the pure. Generic call OP was added in the chapter 3. Toy combine file was added. Simple combiners for optimizing operators. So chapter 4 should be Chapter 4 should be writing generic dialect independent transformations with the interfaces.
Writing generic dialect-independent transformations with interfaces. Here we will show how to plug dialect-specific information into generic transformations like shape inference and inlining.
Okay, I don't know what this means. Toy combine was added and toy combine TD was added. So dump mlir is changed. It first loads dialect. Let's move on to chapter 4 and chapter 5. Did you see chapter 4? Oh no, we didn't see chapter 4. Shape inference pass was added. Looks like CMake list. Okay. Add subdirectory. I guess I have to copy this file. Let's just try to see what's added between different commits. This is shape inference pass. Okay. Chapter 5.
Partially lowering to lower level dialects will convert some of our high level language specific semantics towards a generic affine oriented dialect for optimization.
To lower affine loops. low point offline loops was added. Okay, I don't really have to understand all of these lines because just trying to feel how the code looks like first before going through each of the chapters in the tutorial. I'm just gonna see how the code looks, so I don't really have to understand all of these lines. Okay, next chapter.
Lowering to llvm and code generation. Here we'll target llvm for code generation and detail more of the lowering framework.
So it's basically starting from AST to emit a dialect in mlir and then do some optimization, and then dialect independent transformation will be done with the interfaces. So I don't know what this is. I think I have to read all these contents in the chapter. So partially lower to maybe intermediate lower level dialect. Convert some of the high level language specific semantic towards a generic affine oriented dialect for optimization. So lower to lower a dialect into a more lower level dialect and then convert it to llvm so that it can be converted to code generation, so that it can be used for code generation. And then extend toy. Let's just see chapter 6 first. Lower to llvm. Affine. Okay. So this is the core class, I think, because this is lowering to llvm lower to llvm. I don't really have to understand. Just to feel how the code looks like. So we have many actions like AST, dump AST, dump mlir, affine, dump mlir, llvm. Oh, we are not. Dump mlir llvm is maybe above dump llvm mlir. So dump llvm. Oh yeah, maybe this is the last destination. And also runjit was added. Looks like as soon as we have a llvm then we can just run the runjit compilation. Looks very cool. Okay. Now chapter 7. Chapter 7 was extending toy as support for composite type.
Extending toy, adding support for a composite type, will demonstrate how to add a custom type to mlir and how it fits in the existing pipeline.
Okay, adding a new type, new custom type. Struct retro, struct retro. AST, in the AST we have a new tree node. It's a struct retro AST, struct retro expression AST. Dialect.h. More tokens are added. Talk struct. Okay, struct looks like a struct keyword was added. Looks like so many files should be changed. Let's check. Dialect should be changed. Struct type is added in the dialect. Elixir adds one more input token type, talk struct. ops.td. Something related to struct type was added. Toy operation. Struct access RP. Okay. Parser should be changed as well. Record AST. Declaration or call exp. Added 1000 lines just for adding a struct. So many file changes are necessary. I hope some of them are generated from another meta file, otherwise it's changing too much. Okay, I think I have to read all of these chapters in the toy tutorial and then come back again with live coding. Right now I do not understand anything except the first and second chapter. So I come back maybe